Good morning, everyone. It is Ashley Fields with Yard Art R Us, and we are going to be painting one of our pencil trees, and it's going to be wrapped. It's going to have a look that it's wrapped in Christmas lights. So I actually do not already have a sample of how I'm going to do this. The truth is that I actually painted this already, and I did not like. I didn't like my outcome of it, and so what I did was repainted this back to green, and instead of doing a sample and then doing a live later, I'm basically doing the live right now where I'm going to be creating the sample for this. So let me get this shared, and I think you guys are really going to love the look of this. I have kind of added some different flair, if you will, from things that I've done in the past. So let me grab my chip brushes because I completely forgot to get them. All right, so I started with a background of Christmas green, all right? And I need a 2-inch chip brush. Let me just grab another one. I'm gonna actually start with dark green and some lime green. So I picked up this little paint palette the other day. Hey Kathy, how are you? At Hobby Lobby. And instead of using a plate all the time, I thought I could just use this, and then that way I can peel it off when I get done with it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a 2-inch tip brush with that dark green, and I'm just gonna kind of load it in here. And I'm really hitting that brush pretty good. I'm getting that green brought up in here. And what I'm gonna do is go side to side and then back and forth. And it might look a little bit weird at first, but what I'm really trying to do is create a almost like a texture in my background, if you will. And this texture almost starts to look like blue jeans. And so I don't have a whole lot on here on my brush. I simply load a little bit. I really get it brought up into that brush. Hi, Rachel. Oh, I just brought in some lime, which I did not mean to do. I'm just getting that brought really up into that brush. And then I kind of lay it out horizontally and then flip vertically. And the nice thing about this is that this is my background, okay? So it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna have so much stuff coming back over top of this that really you're not gonna see a ton of this background, but I do think it just adds a little bit style, if you will, a little flavor going on in the back. Hey Lisa, hey Rachel, hey Melissa, hey Debbie. All right, so I'm gonna just do the same thing up here. It doesn't matter whether you go horizontal or vertical first. I just make sure I'm doing both. Back and forth, just like so. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys can see. I know it's not the best angle, but when I rotated the camera where you could see me, it's really not the best angle. So I'm gonna switch and get a new brush and now do that same thing with lime green. So I'm just getting a little bit brought up into my chip brush. And again, I am going vertical and horizontal. So as soon as I get that paint down, I really just go both ways. And it almost gives me like a blue jean kind of look and blue jean texture. I think this is something that's very easy to do for even somebody who's new to painting. And it could just be, you know, a little fun, a little flair. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Mary. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out with me. So horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. That's the fun part about this. Okay. I like it. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have this background, or excuse me, this tree. You might be able to see that I already had some bulbs painted on here. So what I'm gonna attempt to do, hey Kitty, hey Deborah, is use a piece of chalk, and we're gonna go back over these lines that I can redo what I've done before, but just do it correctly this time, hopefully. Okay, so I am just using some Crayola chalk. I got this at Hobby Lobby for $2. And I'm gonna make it look like this tree is wrapped in Christmas lights. So hopefully y'all, trying to see where I went before, because I can see some of this. Oh, that's my, oh no, my chalk just tore up that stencil. I mean that piece of green that was right there. Okay. It's a little harder to do than I thought it might be. Come down like so. Something like that. I get that it might not be very easy for you guys to see at this moment. But be patient with me, and this will come together here in just a little bit. Okay, got this. Just bringing it through, something like that. I think what it might be easier for me to do, guys, is for me to actually grab my paintbrush and just do it with my paintbrush. So let me go ahead and get a script liner, because I don't think that you guys can really see too well what I am doing. I'm gonna do red, white, and gold version of the pencil trees. Oh, that would be fun. Hey Jane, hey Bridget. Good morning, Kitty. Look forward to seeing it. Thanks, Judy. All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of black, and this is just so you guys can really start to kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna do something like so. And it's okay that this is not perfect, guys. This is just the beginning. I've got so much more work to do on this tree that it's okay if my lines aren't quite where I want them to be yet. I've got time. Something like so. Okay, so this is kind of like my starting base of getting ready to add my C9 lights, if you will. So let me blow dry this right quick. I do need this to be dry before I can keep moving on. But this is going to have an appearance that it is wrapped up in C9 lights. And so I kind of, as far as my pattern goes, I'm just getting that base here and ready for me. But I have noticed whenever I've been working on these samples for you guys, you do have to do these things kind of in a certain order for it to turn out and look the way you're going to really want it to look. So, all right, got that. Now, what I'm going to do next is we're actually going to paint on our branches. And we'll come back to that light after this. So I'm going to just take a little bit of that dark green and on my script liner. You can use chalk for this and, you know, kind of come in and map out where you're going to chalk it. But since my piece, I've already painted over this multiple times because I've redone what I'm trying to do. To me, and what I'm doing right now, it's just a little bit easier for me to not chalk and just simply hand paint this. But again, you guys feel free to chalk it. So I'm putting that brush down and just very lightly kind of dragging my brush to create my branches. Make that a little thicker. There we go. I'm gonna keep moving. I know it might look like a bit of a mess right now, and that's okay. Y'all know how it goes when we paint. It might not start off the prettiest, but we'll certainly will get there. Something like so. I do think I want to bring this in a little bit. On my sample that I did repaint because I wasn't loving it. I can tell you I did these branches a little bit more shallow and they weren't as deep and it did not look good. I definitely feel that these branches look a lot better if they're longer and a little bit deeper into your layers. All right, so I got my branches. I'm gonna hit this with a blow dryer again, and now we're gonna go back, and on our black line, we're gonna start to add in those lights. Now, while I'm hitting this with the blow dryer, I am gonna just start grabbing some colors and seeing if I can't kind of get these loaded up over here on my tray for me. This one's got a bunch of dried paint on it. Let me grab my next color. I know I need yellow. Got a little bit of yellow. I'll put it right there. Yellow paint. What else do I want to do? I want to do some blue. I'm going to stick with about, I don't know, let's say maybe 5 colors or so. Colors choices do not matter. Hey, Robin. Hey, Ava. But I just went with 5. You don't want to really overdo it. So Mary says, are you going to have other 2 trees coordinated with this one, or is this one a standalone? I'm honestly doing this one more of a standalone design, but I could always come up with something if that's something you guys really were wanting to see. A little bit of medium blue. Now what I'm going to do with these colors, y'all, is I'm going to basically start kind of getting myself ready to make some bulbs. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I know you guys can't see, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so what I'm going to start doing now, I've kind of got my outline. I'm going to simply load in whatever color I'm wanting to do, and I'm just making almost a football type of shape. The shape of a, what is it called? A light bulb. No, I can't even talk today. So I'm going to just come around with all of my colors and make my bulbs. These don't have to be perfect, y'all. I will still have to outline these, so if they don't come out perfect, oh well, I can fix it. So I'm gonna come in with just all of my colors. Now, if you are trying to do this particular design, then 1, 2, 3, 4. You will need some chalk. I think it does make it a little bit easier if you have chalk just to kind of help you. But I got my blue on. I'm washing that brush, and let's just go grab our next color. I don't think it really matters which colors you choose to do when. Got my pink. And that one didn't come out so football shaped. That one came out more oval. Let me see if I can't. That's okay. Don't have to be perfect. That's the good part about this. We don't need to be perfect. Let's see. This one goes here. Something like so. Hi, Sydney. Ava says, later comer, did you do lines, then branches? Late comer, yes. Okay, so I started off first with, I did create my lines for my my lights, and then I came in and did my branches. Thank you for asking, Eva. Okay, I'm trying to see where I'm going from here. I'm going here. This one's kind of coming up. Something like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to keep up with this, y'all. I can tell you this is a lot easier to keep up with something like this when you're not on a live. I might have should have had this already drawn out, but that's okay. We're gonna make the best of it. All right, just moving on along and just filling in those colors. A little bit of pink here. All right, wash out my brush, moving on to the next color. I'm gonna get a little bit of yellow. And do something like so. Oh, kind of had a bit of water on there. I do have, those of you that were looking and waiting on blanks, we do have this guy back in stock. 1, 2. So I know I don't have a ton of him, the full sets of the trios, but I know I have more of the large and medium in stock, and then we will be getting some more. Probably, I'm thinking this weekend. So just FYI, anybody that was waiting, we will have more for you soon. Whoopsies. I did not mean to do that. Okay, I'm gonna come something like that. Y'all, my football shape is just getting worse and worse over here. There we go. Alrighty. I'm gonna come over here and do so. Now that yellow is pretty see-through, so I do kind of try to get a little bit of a thicker coat on there. Wash out my brush. Good morning, Joanne. Mary says, I really like this design. The lights make it so cute. Thank you. All right, so blue, yellow, pink. Let's do, I'm gonna say orange. I'm gonna do a little orange. I'm trying to think of what other color. I know I had 5. Oh, red. How am I forgetting red? Oh, this is a Christmas piece. I don't even have no red on here. Let's do some red. A little bit of red. Now the nice part of this is that I guess it can be nice to have a pattern, and it's also sometimes nice to not have a pattern. And so you don't have a pattern for this, and so you can really add as many lights as you want or not have lights. You know, that's the nice part about this, is that it leaves lots of room for you to decide what you want to do. Come down over here. I do think I put these 2 lines a little too close together, but it is what it is. I can't change it at this point. We're just gonna have to make do and let it be. And then bring it in right here. I might have to come in with some more colors over here, y'all, because it looks like I might be missing some. Let me come down here a little bit. Right here. I'm definitely missing some right here. Let's finish. I'm going to finish out with my 5th color, and then I'll come back and add in where I need to add in. My bottle's got a little gunk in there. Let's see if I can pull this out. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Heidi says, hello, love it, thank you. What size is this tree, Miss Kitty? This tree is 46 inches tall, and I want to say it's somewhere around 30 wide. I'm not 100% sure. Ooh, this has some really gross stuff on it. Let me get this. You know what I'm gonna do? Because I don't want to sit here and mess with this. I'm just gonna load my brush in my cap until I get this cap cleaned. Okay, I've got one right here. You wanna I got Melissa right here, she's gonna help me out. Thank you. I'm gonna add in another bulb here. And again, guys, you can make these as big or as little as you want. If painting the, you know, like freehand painting a football type shape for these bulbs is not easy for you, feel free to use a sponge dauber and just make it a circle. Thank you. Make it a circle and just daub your, oopsies, daub all of your lights onto here. All right, so let's see. I think we're looking good here. We're gonna keep moving down. I would love to have one here. Bring this in. Let's see, I need one here. I don't know what happened with this row. We're gonna have to come in here and add some more lights because it's looking a little puny. Like it just does not quite have enough. So let's see, I'm gonna get something like so. Okay, I think for my orange, I think I'm okay. Now what I'm gonna do is at this point, I'm looking at my black where my string of lights is, and I'm just trying to determine where I need to add more. Obviously this area right here needs some more. I feel like maybe I need another one somewhere right here. So at this point, I'm just gonna look at colors and try to make sure that I've got a good mixture of colors. Maybe, let's see where, maybe I do a blue right here. Get a little bit of blue. Something like so. Okay, wash out that brush. Let's get a different color. Let's maybe do a pink right here. I will post a photo. I don't have a great photo, but I will post a photo in the comments of the tree that I did before this one that I ended up repainting because I didn't quite care for it, and just give you guys a good look at what I was trying to accomplish. I do think there's a little bit of space right here. I'm not 100% sold on adding one there, so what I'm gonna do is just leave it. We're gonna finish it out as if this is my pattern, and I can always add more lights. Whenever I was working on this for my, my sample, I did end up adding lights when I thought I was done. Heidi says, I'm watching for work. I'll have to catch you on replay later. No problem, Heidi. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate you coming. Okay, I'm gonna hit it with my blow dryer, and then we are going to outline and highlight and add a little bit of shading. We're being very simple on shading on here. And this thing will end up coming together really, really quick. See, I dropped some paint here. I'll touch it up. Best thing to do on this guy is, if you can, let him sit outside or sit out in the sun and dry. Because whenever you're painting all your bulbs with your script liner, your paint's going to be a little thicker. Hopefully, it's definitely not dry, but hopefully it's dry enough to just let us keep moving. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my black with my script liner. And this is when I'm gonna touch up all of my lines, and I'm gonna do a little bit of outlining on my C9 lines, if you will. So let's just start kind of on that, the strand. I'm just gonna get that. It doesn't, you can go as thick or as thin as you care for. I then take my script liner and just do a very simple little outline. Nothing too crazy. Something like so. You guys, my oldest daughter starts junior high tomorrow. It is crazy. So we were at her school yesterday for Meet the Teacher, and there's just such a huge jump, in my opinion, a big difference from going to elementary. You know, obviously we go to middle school after elementary, and then to junior high. Let me just say, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready. Well, hello, sugars. Now the baby just woke up. Hi, baby. What are you doing? Hi. She's still in a good mood. We got Melissa here helping, so we're going to attempt to get our tree finished, hopefully, while I have some help. Assuming she doesn't start screaming, crying. Now that one got a little bit on the thicker side, but that's okay. What are you guys thinking about this so far? I love it. I think it's cute.
No, you can't jump on me.
Hey, hey, hey. Don't even leave her alone. Got a crazy dog around here, y'all.
No, you did it, so he was trying to jump on me to get my tree.
Something like so. I'm gonna just thicken that a little bit because it didn't have a really smooth line on it. Bring this over. Oopsies. Bring this over, something like so. I did post a photo of the other pencil trees that I have done. I'm curious to know which style is your favorite. What is maybe some other tutorials that you guys would like to see on these pencil trees. I know I still have a lot of Christmas tutorials I need to do. I know we got like the cat on the bulb, the dog on the bulb, the oversized bulb tree. I'm sure there's something else I'm forgetting at this moment. And so these tutorials that I owe to you guys, they will be coming soon. We have been crazy busy over here doing little construction projects, which is hopefully almost done at this point. But nonetheless, I am a little behind, and trying to get hopefully caught up here pretty soon. I could listen to baby coos all day. Again, I kind of wish I spaced these three lines out a little bit more, but it is what it is. Can't really change it at this moment. I kind of almost wish this one was just not there. But that's okay. That's the nice part also about doing things with a piece of chalk and lining out where you're going and what you want your piece to look like. I think it's just helpful. I do have some chalk lines on here that I'll end up wiping off once it gets dry. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I got Melissa's over here. She's playing with the baby. And then I got Tony upstairs. He is staking and putting a bunch of our Christmas pieces in our storage upstairs. So we got some noises in the background today.
I'm sure they're okay with the baby noises.
Everybody loves baby noises as long as the baby's not screaming, right?
Have they heard her squeal?
As long as you're not, yeah, they have. As long as you're not in a restaurant with trying to eat your dinner and there's a screaming baby next to you, I think everybody loves baby noises. All right, so I got my black done. Let's see, is Carly excited? Carly is very nervous. She's excited but very nervous. Hey Victoria, hey Ginger. We went last night for our Meet the Teacher and she was almost having like a panic attack walking around the school. You're okay? And she kept saying, I can't do this, I can't do this. I said, yes you can, it's okay, you're fine. You know, lots and lots and lots of reassurance and hugs. She has anxiety and so, you know, sometimes her brain likes to run away with all those crazy thoughts that aren't true and that aren't gonna come to life. But that's the way that anxiety is. You know, these crazy thoughts overtake you and you just feel like you can't handle it. And so we've had to do a lot of just reassurance, you know, letting her know that she's gonna be just fine. And that this is really not any different than all of her other schools. But I think it's also having a little bit of the freedom now. You know, she walks in between her classes by herself. You don't walk in line anymore. Stuff like that, you know. All right, so on my bulbs, if you notice, I'm just taking my shading color. So on this yellow, I just paired it with a little shading yellow, and I'm just doing one stroke. One stroke. I don't want to end up doing too much. This tree already has a lot going on. Same thing with all of my colors. So I'm just taking my orange, like so, one little stroke down. One little stroke. Okay, did I get it all? Got all my orange. Move on to my next color. Judy says, really liking it. Thank you, Judy. My granddaughter is going to begin middle school and she doesn't know if she should be excited or scared. I totally get it. And it's, you know, anytime a kid's going to a new school, that can be a little bit scary. That can have a little anxiety, a little fear. I understand that. Most of us are creatures of habit, and we do not like change, myself included. And so change is hard, and it's uncomfortable. And unfortunately, it's also just a part of life that we have to, you know, learn to deal with. And so I think that she'll be just fine once she gets done with, you know, her first day of school and realizes what she's doing, and maybe find some friends. So far, all of her friends, they don't have any classes together, so she, you know, she's nervous about that. Which, I get it. I totally get it. Let me get a little bit of, on my blue, this blue background is medium blue, and so I'm just gonna get just a dab of brilliant blue. I don't happen to have that in a 2-ounce cup. Just get a little bit of that. Come in and just add a little dash. Nothing crazy. Something like so. Wash that out. Good morning, Kathy. Okay, the only thing we got left is our pink, and then we will start to get this guy, hopefully, buttoned up and finished up. Let me get my pink.
She hears you talking, but you're not talking to her.
I know, I'm sorry, baby. Mommy's almost done.
So she's just staring.
I know. The baby just woke up, y'all, and she's ready for her mommy. Mommy's moving as fast as I can.
She hears you, but she knows you're not talking.
All right. Get just a little. Doop. Okay, so that is what I'm calling my quote unquote shading, if you will. Wash the eye brush out. And now from here, my black is not dry. I'm trying to decide if I want to try to dry it. It's kind of hard to dry. Let me just try to go around it. I'm going to take my white. I got less than 5 minutes, I promise. Almost done. I'm going to take this white. I'm just going to get it mixed back up because it is separated. So I basically load and then I'm offloading that brush. And I'm going to come up and on the inside of where I already have those lines, bringing in just a little highlight. Something like so. Honestly, probably even should have done this maybe before the I brought those lights in here for that black, but that's okay. I still think it's cool. Looks good. Something like so. Something like that. Something like that. Something like so. Okay. Now on my my black line, I am going to take a little bit of this white, and again, it's wet, so it's probably not going to be the best. Something like so, almost just barely kind of touching over top of that line. Now notice I am getting a little bit of black on my brush, so you would want to wait until this is dry so that you're not picking up other colors. But I'm basically setting down that brush and just dragging it across very lightly. Wash out that, I'll wash my brush and get that black back out of here. Come back in, load, offload. Start on my edge and just drag the brush. Y'all, it does not have to be perfect. It's okay if I'm coming outside of that line. I'm not really concerned about it. Something like that. Ta-da! Okay, I think that's good. I am going to, yep. Let me see if I can turn this. Hopefully. There we go. Hi! Tighten that up. Okay. Let me show you my tree. Now, I did already finish this, so I am just going to take this off. But that is my finished look with my tree wrapped in lights. Again, anybody who's just tuning in, this middle one right here between this one and this one, I really wouldn't have done those that close together. Honestly, I'd probably leave this one out right here. But it is what it is. We freehanded that. Now, on the base, anybody who's wanting to do this, I simply painted reindeer brown right here. And then I took a chip brush and simply brushed on a little bit of shading brown. Once that dried, I did the same thing with a little bit of camel. That was it. Kept it very, very simple. But look at that background, that almost like blue jean background on there. How pretty that is. Now on my star, the star is just light yellow as your base, and I just shaded it with a little bit of shading yellow. And that is my finished look. I'm going to place it back here and let you guys just take a look right quick, because I do have so many options. And what do you guys think? Phyllis says, love it. May I ask what coating you use on your lights? Coating? This is all semi-gloss paint, just exterior semi-gloss paint. And then I just painted those on. How cute. Love it. Can't wait to do mine. Awesome. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Let me know in the comments if there is another tree tutorial that you guys would like. I am planning on doing some more, I just don't know which one. So let me know which one you guys would like to see. And then we do still have, I am working on a white and gold pattern over here, maybe even white, black, and gold. I haven't fully narrowed down what I want exactly, but I have been enjoying doing these trios and trying to bring, you know, different thoughts and ideas that I have in my head to life, because that's harder, or that might be easier said than done sometimes. Come here, baby. Want to come say hi? Can you say hello? And then the baby, if y'all can't tell, her hair is all falling out. But this is Oakley. Can you say hi? We just love her. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out. I did put a link in here in the description if you're looking for a blank. If you are wanting this as a template, go on our website underneath our templates tab and go down to Christmas templates, and it is available on our website at yardartrus.com. So Ada says buffalo plaid. Definitely, we'll do some plaid tutorials for you guys. Maybe even this plaid one right here with the garland look. I just think that one's really fun. But all right, we all enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'll be live probably another day this week. I don't know what, I got a lot of other tutorials I need to be doing, so we'll find something we can hang out and do those together. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.